everybody, Mike Griffith here. Welcome to today's halftime report. And a lot closer game than I think a lot of people anticipated. Georgia up 7-3 over Kentucky. Kirby Smart just interviewed before the half and did not make any type of indication. I don't think you're going to see a quarterback change. Kirby Smart's quote was, Stetson has done a nice job. Only 2 or 3 possessions. He did a good job on one of them. One of them we came up just short. Third and 5 or 6 inches short, and said the other one threw a tick pass. Report from Lexington, sideline report I got from an ESPN friend. Rochester, Jordan Davis, need to keep an eye on them. Could be out. You saw Rochester limped off the field. We haven't seen Jordan Davis for a while. That would put young freshman Jalen Carter in the middle of that defense against the Kentucky offense that's shown they can knock Georgia off the ball. They had a 19-play, 76, 77-yard drive. It ended with the field goal. Their freshman quarterback, Joey Gatewood, the transfer, sophomore from Auburn, making his first start. He's had some success, 5 of 9, 39 yards. This Chris Rodriguez player, former Georgia high school player, he's running with some passion. He's got 11 carries and 59 yards. He's averaging over 5 yards per carry. He converted on a 4th down run on that Kentucky scoring drive. This is a fired up group of Wildcats. Remember that statistic, Georgia 2-3 in noon starts under Kirby Smart, including last year's game against South Carolina. Georgia, a slow starting team. Typically, they did score on their opening drive, ran it all the way down the field. They were only going to throw one pass. Stetson ended up keeping it rolling out. Georgia ran 16 plays before they finally started throwing the ball. Stetson 4-7, 74 yards. He got about 47 of it on one play to James Cook on that next to last drive in the first half. Before we saw another ball tipped in the backfield, it was tipped by a Kentucky defensive lineman at the 10-yard line. That ended a Georgia scoring drive. Again, no sign from Kirby that there's going to be a quarterback change. If a quarterback comes in, I'm told it's going to be Dwan Mathis will be the first off the bench. There's not an injury to JT Daniels. JT Daniels is healthy and available. This is a coach's decision. This is a personality that Kirby Smart wants Georgia to play with. You heard what he said after that 41-24 loss against Alabama. He said they had to get back to playing their brand of football. You're seeing it. Power football for Georgia, 20 carries, 114 yards. Amir White, 11 carries, 64 yards. He's the leading ground gainer so far. We've seen Kendall Milton, 4 carries for 22 yards. He's got a 14-yard run. That's the longest of the game for either team. And James Cook, 2 carries, 19 yards. You might have saw a report, Dog Nation breaking the news before the game. George Pickens not at the game. George has a pectoral muscle injury, did not travel to Kentucky with the team. Also, Kenny McIntosh injured, returning a kickoff against Alabama, that knee unable to go. He remains here in Athens along with George Pickens, neither guy at the game. 2 of Georgia's great offensive weapons not there. You look at the receptions, James Cook, I mentioned that 46-yard catch, that throwback from Stetson Bennett. He's got 2 catches for 53 yards. Jermaine Burton, 1 catch for 11 yards. Kyrus Jackson, 1 catch for 10 yards. Only 7 pass attempts for Georgia. 4 of 7, 74 yards. That game, that first half went by really fast. Y'all know that. Kentucky controlling the clock. 19 minutes, 17 seconds for Kentucky. 10:43 for Georgia. Wildcats controlling the ball right now. But it's Georgia that's on top. The Bulldogs will get the ball first. Kirby Smart, you know he's going to stick with Stetson Bennett. Made that pretty clear to Cole Kubelik there. We saw him complete a couple of passes there at the end of the first half. Kentucky in a bit of a prevent, didn't want to give up the big play. And Jack Padlesny had that 53-yard field goal attempt blocked on the last play of the game. So a tough first half for Georgia football. You know that they're going to keep grinding. They're going to get the ball first. You're seeing what the game plan is. They've gotten back to that Georgia brand of football. More Stetson Bennett in the second half. We wonder if there's another mistake. Does he come out? Stetson did have a fumble in the first half. It was recovered by John Fitzpatrick. So keep an eye on the sideline. Also, pay attention to who's in the middle. If you see 88, everybody's excited about Jalen Carter, but you'd rather see 99 Jordan Davis, the starting nose tackle. Does he come back in? Looks like Julian Rochester, the fifth-year senior, he could be out. You may be down to your third-string nose tackle against Kentucky, and a Kentucky team that's very salty and experienced on the offensive line. Also, Joey Gatewood, remember, that guy's making his first start. Does he gain confidence? Can he do more? He is a powerful runner. Georgia has to take away the Kentucky run. They absolutely have to take that away, or sooner or later, a play action or a throw over the top could bite them. After the game, Jeff Sentell and Brandon Adams in Lexington, Jeff Sentell, they'll be coming to you live with a post-game wrap right here on Dog Nation. We've got a live blog. I'm doing all the updates. You can keep up with that on dognation.com. Connor Riley just posted a story on Stetson Bennett. You're going to want to read that. Stay with us here on Dog Nation. Should be another rock'em sock'em second half. Surely Georgia wins this by double digits, but boy, it looks ugly so far with more tricks than treats for the Georgia Bulldogs fans.